Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Lisa. I am the Regional Partner Manager here at Odoo for Central Asian and the Caucasus market. So we'll start in just a few seconds as people join in. So before we start and while we are waiting, I have a quick question for you all. How many of you are already familiar with Odoo? Please type yes or no in the chat box so that I know where we start. I've seen more people joining in. Hello, everyone. All right, I think we are good to go now. All right, so let's get that going. Hi, everyone, again. So today we'll walk you through everything you need to know about how to start and grow as an Odoo partner, what Odoo actually is, how our partnership model works, and how to join, and most importantly, how to build a profitable business around it. So just a quick introduction about myself. My name is Lisa. As I said, I'm a partner recruitment manager in Central Asian and the Caucasus market. I hear qualified new partners. I see if you're a good fit for us, and then I help you on board for this journey. So here's a flow for our presentation today. We'll start with talking more about who we are and what makes Odoo unique. Then we'll talk about the partnership model, how you can earn, how you can grow, how you can become an Odoo partner, how to become an Odoo partner, and how to start your partnership journey with us, what happens after your onboarding, and then we'll zoom more into some key figures for the Central Asian and the Caucasus market, just to give you a small ROI vision for what you can get out of this partnership. And we'll wrap it up with a quick Q&A session. All right, let's kick it in. So who we are. As most of you might know, Odoo is an all-in-one business management software. So it's a full suite of over 80 apps covering every business need, from CRM, sales, finance, inventory, manufacturing, HR, marketing, and many, many more. So it's a fully integrated, it's a scalable and intuitive solution, which means that your clients run their whole business in one ecosystem. So So no more juggling disconnected systems or paying for 10 subscriptions at the same time that don't really talk to each other, because now it's all in one software. Let's talk more about the company. So we're on the market for more than 20 years now. We were founded in Belgium. And we have expanded to 19 regional offices worldwide, from San Francisco to Hong Kong, and now we're hosting this webinar from Dubai office. So today we serve more than 16 million happy users worldwide, and we work with more than 10,000 official partners globally. As many of you might know, that we started as an affordable ERP for small and medium enterprises, but now after 20 years of product evolution, it's competitive even with tier 1 ERPs, while also staying far more cost effective. So as you can see, we have a very rich client portfolio, and you can see some of the big names here, for example, Casio, MasterCard, KPMG, Shell, Kraft, Krispy Kreme, Danone, and many more. In your region, you can also find some recognizable names, for example, McDonald's in Georgia, Peugeot in Georgia, Kaspi in Kazakhstan, Agrobank in Uzbekistan, Orin Holding in Uzbekistan, and Azeri Turk Bank in Azerbaijan, and many, many more. So now that we understand who Odoo is globally, let's zoom in on what we actually offer. So Odoo is not just another software vendor, it's one app that covers every business need. So whether your client manages sales, inventory, accounting, HR, e-learning, marketing, or e-commerce, Odoo brings all those operations into one environment. So that means that there is less time switching between tools, less manual data entry, and more focus on strategy and growth. And the beauty here is also scalability. You can start with one application, with 2 applications, 10 applications, and then expand as the business grows. And all of this is under one system. So now let's imagine a business without Odoo. So think of a typical SME using 10 different tools. One for invoices, one for CRM, one for emails, one for HR, and the list goes on. And none of them actually are talking to each other. So every tool has its own subscription, login, and database. And data is pretty scattered, workflows break, and team lose time fixing problems instead of running the business, actually. So this is the reality, unfortunately, that most of companies are facing today. It's pretty fragmented, expensive, and unfortunately inefficient. So now let's picture the same company, but with Odoo. Odoo replaces all of those scattered tools with one integrated platform. For example, instead of Notion, we use Odoo Knowledge. Instead of Slack, we use Odoo Discuss. Instead of Salesforce, we use Odoo CRM. So everything here is interconnected. If you create a lead and then make a sale and your client makes a purchase, leads automatically become invoices. HR fits into your payroll, and real-time analytics give management a clear view of your performance. And this is exactly why we say that Odoo is not just an ERP, it's a whole ecosystem. And this is the ecosystem that you as a partner can bring to your market. So let's quickly touch on the business model behind this. So Odoo runs on a license-based pricing structure. It's pretty simple and transparent. We have 3 main packages here, the free plan, standard plan, and custom plan. So free plan, here you can use one application. I would say it's ideal for startups or small companies that are just exploring the platform. I wouldn't say it's very popular. More popular options are standard and custom plans, because those give you access to all modules in the ecosystem. So standard plan is $7 per user per month. It gives access to all apps on our online hosting. And on the custom plan, everything that is included in standard also is there, plus access to Odoo SH and on-premise hosting, multi-company features, and our low-code customization tool called Odoo Studio. And now you can also integrate the system with other softwares using external APIs. So roughly for $11 per user per month, your client gets a full enterprise-grade ERP suite. So now that we understand what makes Odoo powerful, let's talk about how you can actually build a business around it. In terms of the partnership model that we operate on, it's pretty simple. So in the core idea here is that Odoo builds the software and you deliver the projects. So Odoo acts here as a vendor. We give you the ready-made platform. and your main goal as a partner is to deliver client projects. So you can do pretty much everything from implementation, configuration, customization, build client relationships, the training of your client, hosting if you have your own server, and so on. So not many limits here. And partners are free to set their own service fees for that. And obviously, Odoo does not take any percentage from our partner services. What Odoo gets from this partnership is the license fees, and you as a partner, to maximize your profit, also get commission for selling Odoo licenses and for selling Odoo SH. How and who can become an Odoo partner? So I would say we have two main groups of our partners, registered companies and independent experts or freelancers. So when we're talking about registered companies, we mean software development houses, tech hardware companies, consultancy firms, accounting firms, audit firms, and so on. But we also work with independent experts, those who already have some implementation experience, those who have the market knowledge and a good network in the market. So what really matters here is not your size, but your drive, the ability to generate opportunities, allocate time, and build expertise here. And a little spoiler, even if you're a freelancer, we do have partner managers assigned to each of our partners, so we can definitely help you develop as well. The qualities of an ideal partner. So what we're looking for in our ideal partners, I would say if you're a registered company, we're looking for companies that already have some marketing capability, that you are able to generate leads, that you can sell the solution, and obviously that you have some resources in your team that might include functional consultants, developers, sales team, or at least one resource that is going to work and be responsible for this direction of your business. If you're an independent expert or freelancer, we're looking for the ability to leverage personal and professional network, your ability to generate and work on opportunities as well, and of course, the sufficient time that you have and effort to build a successful partnership. So how to become an Odoo partner? For that, we have a partner program that is universal, and this is the only way how we work with our partners. And here we have two main tiers of partners. First is learning, and second is official partner. So under official level of partnership, we have three sub-levels: ready, silver, and gold. For learning level, there are not much requirements, I would say, in terms of sales, in terms of certification. The only requirement here is to pass our internal qualification. For ready partners, this is the first stage of your official partnership journey with us. We do have two main requirements. First is to have one resource certified in your team. So our certification basically entails an online functional test that basically tests your functional knowledge of the product. There is no coding, so we just want to understand that you know the software and you can implement your product successfully. In terms of sales, we expect you to sell at least 10 users per year. So it could come from one client who already sells 10 users, or it could be 10 different firms who get one user each. So it can accumulate. For us, it doesn't really matter how you sell those 10 users. The only thing that matters for us is that you are able to sell the software, and then we can qualify you as an official partner. Then on the silver level, you are supposed to sell at least 75 users per year and have 3 resources certified in your team. And there is one more requirement that appears here, which is minimum retention rate. So you need to maintain a retention rate of 70% on the silver level. On the gold level, you would need to sell 300 users per year, have 6 resources certified in your team, and have the minimum retention rate of 80%. All right, perfect. So this is in terms of the requirements. Now let's move back to the benefits, what you actually get from us, from the vendor. Once you become a partner, even on the learning level and official level, you will have access to the partner portal. So this is the place where all of your resources are located. Even on the learning level, you will see the source code, so you can implement the solution. You can start to cover your first project, get your first revenue from this partnership, and you will also have all the trainings. You'll have access to the e-learning platform. Basically, this is a platform that includes functional trainings. For each module that we have in the system, there is a separate video course for you to explore. Then you also have what we call partner knowledge base. So this is a place that includes all the sales trainings for you, how to be a successful partner, how to close your deals, how to present the solution to your client, how to pitch it, what are the pain points, how to demo the solution to the client as well. So everything is there for you to explore, and also we share implementation methodology that we use internally at Odoo when we implement our client projects. Also, on top of that, when it comes to sales, you also have your own partner manager. So this is the person who helps you to develop as a partner, because for us, it also makes sense to develop our partners as when you make money, we also make money. So it's a big priority for us to have our partners profitable. So each partner, even on the learning level, have their own partner manager who helps you to define your KPIs, to set your targets, to define the strategy that you want to follow as a partner. And also, if you have any client projects, this is the person to ask for help when it comes to sales. So if you have a client project, do ask your partner manager to join your meetings. This person will help to consult the client, to show the demonstration of the system, and help you close your first deals. You will also find the marketing materials on the partner portal. And speaking of the commercial side of things, your main source of income from this partnership is your services. And plus, on top of that, you will get commission from two channels: from selling Odoo licenses, which is 10% on learning level, and from selling Odoo SH, which is also 10% on the learning level. Once you develop to official level, your commission will go up to 20%, depending on your level in the official stage. For Odoo licenses, and for selling Odoo SH, it's 50% on each sub-level. So now, what is the main difference between official and learning partnership? On the official level, I would say we invest more in the partners, because now we know that our partners can implement projects successfully, and we can also share some leads with them. So there are at least 3 different ways how we support our official partners when it comes to lead generation. First of all, you'll get your visibility. You will be visible on our website. You'll get your traffic from there, and this also builds the credibility for you as a partner. We also assign leads to our official partners. So anyone who expresses interest that they want to use Odoo internally, those kind of leads go to our official partners. And third, you can also participate in our events, for example, Odoo business shows, and present yourself as a Odoo partner. You can present your expertise, your references, and all the client leads that come from this kind of events will be distributed between our official partners who are participating in those shows. So this is our partnership program and the model that we work with with our partners. In terms of our internal qualification that I mentioned, so here I would say we expect of our partners to send their commercial registration if it's a registered company. We would also want to analyze better your company profile, and during the first qualification meeting, we'll talk you more through your company structure, your hiring plan, your marketing plan, and so on. For independent freelancers, we would love to see your resume just to understand your background better, and to hear your vision for this partnership, and just to understand that you have time, you have resources, and the effort that you want to put in this partnership. All right, so to join our partnership network, it is pretty simple. First, you would need to book a meeting with our partner recruitment team. After this is done, we will set up a company profile for you and review your fit. So once approved, you will receive your quotation and partnership agreement, sign, pay, and congratulations, now you are officially part of our network. So if you would like to book a meeting with us, please do scan this QR code. This will redirect you to our booking website. So if you would like to discuss how to become a partner, if you would like us to understand your company profile better, please use this QR code, and we would be more than happy to have you on board with us. So I'll leave it for a few more seconds. But basically, if you have any questions at this stage, please let me know in the chat box below. All right, perfect. Now, let's move on. So what actually happens next once you get onboarded with us? This is when your onboarding starts with your partner manager. Perfect. So imagine now you're a partner with Odoo. Now you will have access to your partnership portal and you'll have access to all the resources that are there for you. You'll be assigned to your account manager, and during your first onboarding meeting, we'll go over your company profile, we'll map your strengths, we'll map your opportunities in the market to better define the strategy for you and set some KPIs for you to succeed as well. You'll have access to all the training resources and tools, as well as the e-learning videos that we've mentioned. And here we also recommend you to have at least one meeting with your account manager per month just to align on the strategy and the targets that you are currently following. To be quite fair, from my experience, you will have much more communications with account manager because you're going to work on your deals together. But this is our general recommendation just for you to stay on track. And of course, since we do have a lot of resources that are there for you on the partnership portal, but we do understand that some partners need some more resources when it comes to training, understanding the product. Maybe you want to move into implementation phase of your client project much faster without our help. If you want to pass certification and so on, we do have additional resources for you. So don't worry about that. We do have various resources that come here as well. So first we have training programs. We have PLO and TCO. PLO is a functional training for you. So there we cover all the modules that are there in the system. You will have your consultant from our team who is going to be assigned. By the way, we do have Russian speakers. So if it's more comfortable for you to have a Russian speaker who's going to teach you, definitely let your partner manager know and we'll find the right person for you. This is also considered to be the best practice when it comes to passing certification and going to implementation phase faster. So don't worry about it. That's there for you in the system. Also, we do have TCO, which is a technical training. So we have both back-end and front-end training. So if you struggle with the technical side of things, there are some resources for you available as well. We have smart classes, which basically means if you want to build some expertise in a particular niche, for example, manufacturing, accounting, don't worry about that. This is also there for you. If you have, let's say, a client project and you are a new partner, you don't have resources, or even you're a freelancer, don't worry, you are not going to lose that project. We can also help you with implementation. So we do have our in-house developers, we do have our in-house functional consultants who can implement the project for you. So also this is considered to be the best practice for our new partners to not lose the commercial value of the first project and get your first reference in. We can also help you with the pre-sales. So whenever your first client comes in, we can help you to analyze the technical requirements of the project. We can go over together with the pre-sales team, understand what's covered in standards, what needs some more customization, perhaps integrations, and so on, and give you a rough estimation of amount of hours that will be involved in terms of implementation of this client project. We can also help you to analyze ROI, and of course, if you need any individual consultations with our experts, you can do Q&A sessions with our consultants. Now, this is the typical growth path that our partners usually follow. Definitely, it is very personal, and some partners can move on to official level much faster. For others, it takes a bit more time. But on average, it usually takes 3 months to build your expertise as a learning partner and move to the second stage, which is the ready level. So on the learning level, you would get your you'll get your onboarding, you'll get your trainings, you will learn the software. Once you're official partner, you'll already cover some first projects, you'll get your revenue, you'll practice your demos, you are expected to complete 75% of your trainings. This is the stage where you get enabled and upgraded as a partner. After 9 months, you become a silver partner. Now you are one of the top 10 partners in the country. You recruit and build your Odoo dedicated team. Now you are supposed to know the product fully. You complete 100% of your trainings. And this is where the partner enablement also happens. You constantly review your targets with your partner manager. You review you do the strategy meetings and refine your your strategy as you go forward. After around a year or more, you become our gold partner. You set your quarterly and yearly targets with the partner manager. You have an Odoo dedicated team, and you now take on much complex projects and have high budget projects as well. Now let's zoom in more in terms of the key figures for Central Asian and the cookies market. Well, first of all, it's important to mention that those numbers can vary from project to project, because since I hope you come from the same industry, from IT, and you know that each project is very individual. They have different requirements. Some projects can be covered all by standards, some need a bit more customization, so values varies. But if we're talking on average, the medium size of the project is 25 users, and the value varies from $8 to $10,000. Timeline is usually less than 3 months. Could be 1 month, could be 2, 3 months, but again depends on the type of project and the type of requirements this project has. In terms of this kind of project, if your target is to tackle medium-sized projects, you can manage multiple projects at the same time. Now we're talking of medium to large size projects, which is 50 to 80 users. The value varies from $12 to $18,000, and timeline is around 5 to 6 months. Here you can also do multiple projects at the same time, but if we're talking about huge projects, I would say the average size is more than 100 users. The value is around $50,000, $100,000 plus dollars. So the timeline here is around 1 year, and this is considered to be a mega project. So if your team has 2 consultants and 1 developer, you can implement average of 6 projects at the same time with an average value of $8,000 per project, which is considered to be a healthy benchmark for a small company. All right, so some of the final thoughts to wrap up this presentation. Partnership with Odoo is a growth journey. Partnership with Odoo is not just a contract, it is a decision to grow and to win. We're here for you. We are here for you to help to develop, and every deal you close, every client you bring in, every hour you invest builds an asset that actually compounds in the end of the day. Small digital steps lead to big business wins. So this is the kind of mindset that our most successful partners have. Start small, but do start now. Don't wait for the perfect team. Don't wait for the perfect client or the perfect moment. There is never going to be such thing. And pick just one company, one pain point, and show them the results. And this will give you 10 more clients. And the momentum here really beats perfection every single time. Then leverage Odoo's ecosystem. You already have what you need. You have a network, you have market, and now also a product that scales with you. So leverage this ecosystem, build, earn, and expand. And please do remember that local expertise is your strongest competitive edge. Trust me, you know your market much better than anyone in Belgium or Dubai ever could. You know the language, you know the workflows, you know the pain points. So this is your superpower. So be the change driving digital transformation in your market. Be the one who leads the market. And so here is my challenge for you today. Do not leave this webinar inspired, leave it committed. So if something clicked today for you, if you see the potential, do book a meeting with us, start your onboarding, and because the longer you wait, the more opportunities someone else will close for you. So this is pretty much it from my end. I would like to see how we could work together, and if you would like to try our solution, please feel free to scan this QR code. This will bring you directly to the trial database. And there are some contact details that you can find on the screen. You can directly contact me at my email or my phone number. I use both WhatsApp and Telegram if you would like to have an individual consultation with me. I'll leave this for a few more seconds, but that's it from my end. Thank you so much for joining and for your time. I really hope this session helped you to clarify some points about what Odoo partnership is, how you can grow and how you can build your expertise in the ecosystem. So yeah, now let's open the floor for questions. This is your opportunity to ask anything you have in mind about the program, requirements, or anything specific about the market. All right, I can see some questions. How do we contact with pre-sales team? All right, so as I mentioned, you will have your own partner manager. So this is the service that is available only to our partners. It is free of charge service, so don't worry about it. We can understand your requirements of your project. So your partner manager will send you all the templates for detailed qualification, the kind of questions you would need to ask your client about the project. We will also send you the scope of work template that you would need to fill out. After this, your partner manager will create a ticket with pre-sales team. And our pre-sales team will analyze your project, tell how many hours will be involved in the implementation, if there are any potential customizations or developments needed. So here you can definitely speak with your partner manager for the pre-sales analysis. Does Odoo have a pre-set-up interface with some apps already installed? Or do we have to set up each apps from the scratch according to the client needs? So basically, Odoo gives you a tool. There are already modules, but it's going to be empty. You would need to, as a partner, implement and configure the system basically based on what the client requires. So this is your goal as a partner. And each client project is really different, so we can't really give something that's going to work for everyone. But we do have modules that are standard. We do have configurations that are kind of standard. So your goal as a partner is to qualify your client, to understand the requirements and implement those requirements in the system. Our website occasionally generates leads. Is there a way to automatically transfer or integrate those leads with Odoo? Yes, so definitely you can integrate Odoo with your website, and this will be directly shown in your CRM, and you can work from there with your leads. Or we also have a module called website on Odoo, so you can create your own website, and leads that are generated on that website will also go directly to your CRM, sales, and so on and so forth. You add a little briefing on the freelancer and individual affiliation to Odoo. Yes, so basically, you can join our Odoo partnership program as a freelancer or an individual consultant, for example, or an expert. We don't really have a requirement how many people you're supposed to have in the team. The only thing that we really care about when it comes to our internal qualification is to see that you at least have some experience in implementation. If you don't have experience in implementation, we do have trainings, we do have the videos on your partner portal to learn the software. So for us, it's very important to see that you have the motivation and the drive to work on this partnership and generate some leads and close your first deals there. You set target 75 and 300 customers per year. Is that achievable in any market where customers take the information from partner and jump directly to you as corporate and I miss the customer? Well, I'm not sure if I understand the question correctly, but those targets are really achievable. I believe in Uzbekistan we have at least 4 silver partners now, and pretty much in all regions we do have ready partners, gold partners. I think one there is in Georgia, but those targets are achievable. It really depends on how you invest your energy into lead generation, because in terms of sales, you have a partner manager. This person can help you sell the projects. If you don't know how to implement the software, don't worry about it. We can also give you our in-house functional consultants and developers. They can help you implement those projects. So what we want to see when you start as a partner is your ability to generate leads. On the official level, you will get leads from us as well. But what sets successful partners from those who are not that active is their ability to generate leads actively and to really work on their sales skills. Right, any other questions? Maintenance to the client. In that case, can I access client's Odoo account as its partner, or do I need to be assigned as a separate user by the client, so client pays 2 users? No, so basically what user means is how many people in your client's team are going to use Odoo. As a partner, you will have access to the system itself once the licenses are purchased by the client, so you will have to configure it, so no need to buy any extra users for that. Can we use mobile application for 2-3 apps for multiple users without taking the enterprise subscription for those end users capture some basic data? Well, so basically, if you need 2 or 3 different applications in Odoo, this basically means that you cannot take it for free, because on the free plan, you can only access one module. If you want anything more, 2, 3, and much more, you would need to either take standard or a custom plan. Customer reaches out and wants to switch partners. How does this impact commission? Does they count toward the new partners' totals? So basically, when it comes to competition between partners, it's a pure competition. So there are multiple partners in the region, for example. What really impacts the decision of the client to work with a particular partner is, first of all, your credibility. What shows the credibility is how many certifications do you have in your team, how many references you've already built, your personal connection with this client. So, and in the end of the day, it's up to the client who they want to work with. But this is just my general recommendation when it comes to competition with other partners. In terms of commissions, no, the commission doesn't change. The only change that happens is when you as a partner move forward in our partner program. So if you move from learning level to, let's say, silver level official partnership, your commission will be 15% now for Odoo licenses and 50% for Odoo SH. But other than that, no changes. What is the benefit of using on-prem solution compared to the cloud solution? So see, this is a very interesting question, because it really depends on the client. If the client has already their hosting, they can use it definitely, because we have this kind of hosting solution. Especially if we're talking about Caucasus and Central Asian countries, it's a very popular option, I would say, because there are some governmental regulations that come for bigger companies, especially that the local data is supposed to be stored locally. So if this is the case, you can definitely go for on-premise. But if the customer doesn't have their own server, you can always use, for example, Odoo SH. And as a partner, if you sell Odoo SH, you will get extra commission for that as well. Odoo SH is very easy to use. It has staging environments, so you can keep track of all the developments that you make. And to some clients, it's much cheaper to use Odoo SH than actually maintain their own server. Do we need to buy subscription for CRM, etc., if I am already a partner of Odoo? So as a partner of Odoo, you do not get a license, but you do have access to the source code. What that means is that you can make any developments with the code itself. You can do some customizations on the back and front end, but if you actually want to see the system itself, you would need to purchase a one user license, for example, for your company. And to be quite fair, it's a very common practice between our partners. Why? Because usually they can buy one subscription to keep this database alive for, let's say, a year, that they can use for demonstrations to their clients, they can use for practice purposes, and so on. On the partner portal, you will also have your own unique code of a partner, which basically allows you to extend your trial databases for 30 days. So if you are looking for like a database for practice purposes, you can use that little code, because usually, as you know, the trial database goes for 14 days. If you want to extend it, use that code and it will be alive with you for 30 days. Are there any compatibility issues if we do changes using Odoo Studio initially with Odoo Online and custom plan, and then move to premise after basic implementation using Odoo Studio? So I would advise, if your project requires any customizations, or if you don't need any customization at this point, but you know that customization will happen in the future, obviously start with the custom plan, because It gives you various kind of hostings, and if it's Odoo Online and then you move to on-premise, I would say just use on-premise because you will have access to your customizations as well. Odoo Online is a web version, so if let's say you can't do your customizations using Odoo Studio, you would need access to the source code itself, and source code is available on-premise and on Odoo SH options. So better to start with on-premise from the start. Use only one Odoo app. Do I have to pay for hosting, etc.? So if it's a free plan, the only hosting type there is Odoo Online, which is free. This is unfortunately the only plan that's available for hosting. If you need Odoo SH or on-premise, it only is available on the custom plan. All right. Any other questions? All right. I think I don't see new questions coming in. So let's wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everyone, for jumping for this webinar today. I really hope this was useful for you, and we're really looking forward to seeing you in our partnership network. Thank you so much.